welcome to MCFC 9320 PUBcast. Yes, DC, you had a bit of a... Oh, sorry, BB, you had a bit of a sneak preview then, didn't you? I was trying to multitask and it's not my strong point. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Paddy, and good evening, the late Anne-Marie.
Good evening, Andrew.
Anybody who's late, we will name and shame.
I'd like to congratulate you on your work during the week, but just double check your intro. Pretty sure you've got Kevin on it twice.
He has.
Because he's that good.
Okay.
Anyway. What a great way to start the season. Listen, I don't know if you are in the same mindset, but I seen the team and I thought, it's all right. It's pretty much what we expected. If I'm honest, I wasn't expecting to win, but I was looking for a good performance, and we got both, didn't we?
We certainly did. And things got better once we swapped Doku to the left. I thought we played well. I was actually delighted that Kovacic scored.
Very
was
respectful, wasn't it? Very respectful, wasn't it?
Very respectful. So, I was very pleased that he scored, and it was great to get off to a winning start. Now, the win for me was never in doubt today, I have to be honest. Chelsea don't know. They've got no clue what their best team is. I think, I quite like Conor Gallagher, and I feel sorry for the way he's been treated by Chelsea.
I don't rate him at all. I'm not really asked.
No.
I think he made a massive difference to their team last season, if I'm honest.
What, and they finished where?
I know, but when he played against us, he seemed to run the show for them. And that's obviously just my opinion, but I think the way he's been treated by Chelsea since after the Euros has been, I think I'd nearly go as far as to say it's disgraceful.
Yeah, listen, Paddy, although Bernardo got man of the match off Gary Neville, for me, I thought over the full 90 minutes, because I thought there was some very, very good performances, by the way. For me, I thought young Rico had a I think the best game for us in a City shirt.
Well, City won a match without Rodri, so thanks everybody for tuning in. Good night. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.
Who's Rodri?
Exactly. But I still think he's still lightweight, and I think, I paid attention to him today, particularly because I wanted to see what he was capable of. Teams seem to set out to attack him, and he doesn't seem to get any kind of. I know Pep says it before, he's not getting any protection. They were going in on him, all the time. Where you want somebody just to go in on them and say, look, leave him alone.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. He didn't get any protection from the referee, from Concedo and that other thug, Cucurella. And for that.
Cucurella! He's Paella! Ireland scared of him. He absolutely roasted you, mate. I'll get back in your box. Sorry, mate, go on.
And did you see Rodri stood beside him when he was saying that nonsense?
Yes, I did, mate. If I'd have been Rodri, I'd have gone. But I'm not Rodri.
But man of the match, it could have been Matteo, it could have been Lewis, could have been Silva.
Yeah, and that's that for me. For me, that's the beauty, because normally I don't start looking at the table until about 6 games in, when it starts settling down and stuff like that. It might even be a little bit more than 6 this season because of the Euros and stuff like that. I thought when Foden come on, he was very, very disciplined. It wasn't spectacular. It was almost like he come on to control the right side, because I thought Savinho was brilliant, mate. I thought Doku didn't have the measure of Cucurella, but I tell you what, Savinho did, mate. And did you see?
He has a nasty side too, which is even nicer to see.
Oh yeah,
and he does the defensive duties a hell of a lot more than Doku does. If you notice that in first half.
I just thought Amory on the right, he's sort of like. It's a shame he's got. Nobody knows the extent of his injuries, but did you see Pep's post match?
I didn't, have to be honest.
Right, Pep's basically said, because he was asked about the Doku and Savinho, changing sides early doors.
Yeah.
And that wasn't down to Pep. Pep said to the little Kevin Keegan who sits at the side of him, he went like that, why's Doku gone over there? And why they actually did it amongst themselves. So Pep says himself, Pep's learning himself. And it's like, that's because it was almost like Doku knew he didn't have the beating of Cucurella. But Savinho, I thought it was very, very impressive.
He certainly was. And they actually made a comment about that during the game about the switch and whether it had been Pep's decision or whether the players had just done it themselves. They actually commented on that during the game.
Yeah.
I think, they've both got something to offer. Doku, I think, while his final ball still needs improving, that he can hold up the ball better now than he has done in the past. And he's more inclined to bring others into play. So I think there's really positive signs there for us. And, you look at that and the fact that we started that game without Walker, without Stones, without Foden, without Rodri, it's all really positive. So I was delighted with today's game.
Yeah, I was really, really impressed because there's always that adage, we don't win without Rodri. Well, that's in theory, that's 3 on the bounce. We've won without Rodri now. We beat Chelsea in the pre-season. We beat the Rags last weekend in the major trophy, and again a very impressive. And honestly, I'm really chuffed today because I was a little bit apprehensive, but the way we did it, I just thought, something. And I said last week, we will smash this league apart. That's not arrogance or anything. I honestly think that it will be easier to win 5 on the bounce than it was to win 4 on the bounce. Yeah. And Pep's hungry and re-energized, he said.
I think it's all positive. I think there is, within the team, and you can see it. You could see it at the end of last season. There's such a hunger in the team itself to keep doing it that it's hard to break that mentality, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Are they new glasses? Are they new glasses?
They are new, but they're a couple of months old now since last season. But thank you for noticing, DC. Even my own family didn't notice.
I did. I just didn't want to say out.
Yeah, right.
So, Andy, in Pep's presser after the match, did he say that the 2 players decided to swap sides themselves?
Yep. And that's when Pep said, when he was asked about it, Pep said, I'm still learning, and Jamie Redknapp went, did you say you're still learning? He goes, yeah, every day I learn. And for those 2 players, young players as well, to sort of like go against what the managers, not exactly go against what the managers' wishes are, but for me, that's great respect for Pep, the way he has, confidence and gives, it gives them a freedom to play. So, as I say, they sussed out early doors, didn't they? That it wasn't quite working. Although we was playing all right and we had loads of possession, although it was 50-50, the possession in the first half, I thought we had the best possession, if that makes sense. Probably on about 40 minutes, Chelsea got into it a little bit. But I thought overall, we more than deserved that.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And let's. I know, I'm probably wrong in saying this, but if we had a loss today, I wouldn't have been too put out about it because it's the start of the season. But like, if you look at it in the grand scheme of things, that's a big scalp to take away from home. I wouldn't like to be playing Chelsea 15 matches away from home at Stamford Bridge. I'm glad we played them today. Like, we've got that out of our system, right? So we don't have to revisit Chelsea again for the rest of the season. They have to come to us. So, like, in that regard, that was a big scalp to take today. And Haaland says after the match that he's not fully fit yet, which is strange.
And it's right. He won't be fully fit, really, would he? Because, you know, it's the first game. I know he's played in pre-season and stuff like that. But if we was in pre-season and you had De Bruyne playing, Bernardo, you know, all the players, you know, the dare I say the first 11, the pace of the game is different when you've got De Bruyne and stuff like that than it is with, say, no disrespect to McAtee and stuff like that, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a different pace. So I thought Haaland did very well today, mate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Like, as he says after the match, if his role takes the two centre-backs away and creates the space for somebody else, he's going to do that all day long. Whether he scores or he doesn't score. So
the mic in your bottom's crackling.
It bodes well.
To say your mic's crackly. It's okay. We'll carry on with your crackly voice. Don't worry. We still love you. Yeah, it was just. And by the way, Chelsea didn't play bad today, Anne-Marie. So it might
didn't.
Because there's probably a perception that Chelsea have got a million players, you know, so he doesn't know his first 11. That's rubbish, because I thought in spells they actually played all right today. I just thought
they did, but I can see. I don't know whether anyone's seen it, but Raheem Sterling's camp have put out a statement, and you can see already there's going to be trouble brewing there.
Yeah.
And I think there are going to be issues there, because while they've brought in 10 players this summer, they haven't really got rid of anyone yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got to come a cropper at some point with the financial fair play and stuff like that. No more than United.
I think there's 43 players on the books, do they?
Do you know something, though? It doesn't matter who goes into Chelsea. They don't even need to have a manager. They may as well just put their owner in the dressing room picking a team, because it seems clear that whoever goes in, they're just puppets, which that may hinder him. Like today, Cole Palmer, yeah, he's not had many minutes, but that was a different Cole Palmer than we've been seeing for England and for Chelsea last season. It looked unrecognisable today. It looked like the player Pep sold.
True.
So see, Anne-Marie agrees with me again, don't you?
I do on that one, yeah.
Wonders will never cease. No, it's very, very satisfying when first game of the season when we're not firing to absolutely just not boss it, but control it, because it was very, very professional. Again, full credit to Phil Foden as well. I thought Kovacic was excellent today. Yeah, he lost it a couple of times, but you'd expect that, because we can't compare everyone as Rodri all the time, can we? So overall, I thought Bernardo backed him up really, really well as well. You know, the way he kept dropping back. Bernardo was brilliant, don't get me wrong, but as I say, I thought young Rico was brilliant. Alex says Foden was defending. He was, mate, and I thought he was very, very good at that as well. Yeah, I saw that MP where on the corner, wasn't it, where Haaland was just about to, I thought he was going to lamp him one, because Enzo was just sort of like pecking at him, pushing him and stuff like that. And somebody said above there, it was Andrew, he said, how is Caicedo a footballer? All he does is kick players dirty, get, you know, and it's there was an element of that, Anne-Marie, wasn't there, where they just wanted to Fafana, Enzo,
Cucurella. They were all at
he
it.
He couldn't get anywhere near anyone to foul them in.
No, but they were all at it, and it did seem an age because Haaland got booked. Because he's
when he was fouled
for a challenge, which was a fair challenge because they both had the foot up, and he got booked for it. And then you're looking at some of the fouls on our players, and they're not even getting spoken to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's no great surprise. We know who the referee was. So it doesn't come as any great shock to us. But it just baffles me.
Anne-Marie, there's a question there for you.
I've seen it. No, he didn't remind me. He didn't remind me of Riyadh.
Anne-Marie, I know you love me.
I love him. Absolutely love him.
I love you too.
Oh, I'm better alive. You see,
No, he didn't remind me of Mahrez at all, Alex.
Like, if you look at the tackles on Kevin De Bruyne.
Sorry. I'm playing with my toys.
You want to do that off camera?
Yeah. Yeah. So in the chat, I want to know your thoughts for Savinho. Just listen. Joking aside, he's nothing like Mahrez. Mahrez, I've got respect for Mahrez and what he did, etc. You know, with the control he used to have, but Savinho just seems a little bit clued up, doesn't he? Where he'll take him on the left, he'll take him on the right. You know, play that little ball in. And what I was impressed with, when he got to the byline, he was crossing the ball, you know, rather than sort of like try to take people on like 10 times, like Doku does sometimes. Not going to go with Doku there, by the way, because I thought he did all right today, although he frustrated me a little bit, but I thought he had a very good game for us.
Give it a couple of weeks, Pep will knock that out of him. There'll be no more crossing, he'll be passing back, and then he will be like Mahrez.
Yeah, but the thing is though, it's we seem to put pressure, don't we, on younger players and stuff like that. We, you know, they're like, oh, they're the next this, they're the next that. We've got to let them develop. And Pep again in his post match, he says that he sort of like felt sorry for Rico Lewis last season because he didn't get the minutes he wanted to give him, because he says if a ball's going to go high in the air, he's not going to get it. But anything on you know, ground level, you know, he's got a chance. And he was nicking some important interceptions today, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we just have to say, you know, unlucky for Oscar Bob as well, because I think this would have been a real breakthrough season for him.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Yeah.
You know, ruthless.
You jinxed him, Andy, actually, when you think about it. You praised him the high heaven last week, and he was going to do this, and he was going to do that.
Do you know something though?
Silva broke his leg then.
Oscar Bob has been fantastic, and I'm absolutely gutted for the lad because he looks ready. He looks ready to, you know, take the mantle on. But I'm pretty certain that Pep would have played him in that hole behind Haaland, you know, if he was going to be playing Savinho on the right, because he can play there really, really well, Oscar Bob. Yeah, I'm just gutted for him. What's it going to be out? What, 4 months?
Yeah.
MP says, I thought Rico held his own. Absolutely he did. Even Pep doesn't know DC whether, you know, what the extent of it or anything there. I can't see it being too major.
Yeah, but you see, Andy, that's the problem. When they look kind of innocent enough, they're the ones that they're normally the most serious.
He looked in pain when he was down.
Yeah.
Anne-Marie.
Holy God.
Thanks, Adam.
Adam's looking to get barred, is he?
He is, obviously. Don't worry, Adam. We'll protect you.
Exactly.
No, he's absolutely right. Oh, hang on. OCD. That's better.
But like, that's going to, when Oscar Bob comes back after Christmas, or just before Christmas, it's going to give Pep some headache, isn't it? Because he's going to have Grealish and Doku on one side, and then he's going to have Savinho and Oscar Bob on the other.
Yeah.
And I like Savinho is like, he's almost Sani-like, isn't he? He wants to attack, he wants to drive, he wants to take on, and that's good. And he's nasty. You see him tackling today. He's not scared to put the boot in, and he covers ground defensively as well.
There you go. That's the key. That's the key difference between him and Mahrez.
In fact, I want to put this back, and I'm going to prove Adam absolutely right here. Do you remember last week when we spoke about Ivan Toney, and I said there's no way he'd come to City because he wants to protect his England place, la-di-da-di-da-di-da. Looks like he's got a Saudi.
Yeah, big money.
I know, but he wanted to squad today, so it's like, wow. So you're right.
In fairness to these fellas, Andy, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them, isn't it? Go to Saudi, make the money, and they're set up then for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So if they get a career-ending injury or, God forbid that happens to them, they're in a position where they should be financially secure.
I know, but what's the odds on him going there, though? He'll probably be able to tell you.
Well,
Exactly,
yeah.
Well, he's 28, Andy, and he's been offered 20 million apparently to go to Saudi. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist.
No, it threw me that one a little bit, and it's a shame, innit? I can't blame him because of the money, but it's.
He's obviously not bothered about his England place.
Exactly. That's why I said last week I thought he would have been, but it just shows you what I know. What I know about football.
He knows Ali Watkins is going to take Harry Kane's place eventually, and he's not going to get a look in.
What I know about football, you can write on one of them.
A stamp, not a post-it, a stamp.
All right.
Name and address.
All right, don't be too brutal, eh? Gordon says, big shout out to our fans. Thought they made a lot of noise. They always do. We've got the best fans. We've got the best fans in all the land and all the world, haven't we?
They were brilliant today, though. In fairness, Gordon, I think at one point they were singing "Is This the Etihad" when we were 1-0 up.
Yeah.
The fans were brilliant today, as always.
Yeah, Sean says great mix of flair and possession today, and it was, and even Savinho. I know we keep talking about Savinho, but he had the flair, and like you said, by him putting his foot in and stuff like that, he's no lightweight in them terms, is he?
No.
I thought even Guardiola had a great game as well today, and Diaz.
There wasn't one of them had a bad game today.
He's definitely come into his own. Guardiola last couple of months of last season, and he seems to have kept going. The Ederson had a few dodgy moments, all right, didn't he? With butterfingers.
Ederson?
That can happen though, can't it? When the ball, you can't quite grasp it and it bounces out your hands. That can happen.
Sean C says, "Can we talk about Kovacic?" Of course we can, mate. Absolutely incredible bit of business. What was it, 25 million for him from Chelsea? What did you think about him being respectful today, Anne-Marie, after his goal?
Well, I always admire a player for being respectful, but there are times when I think, if you think back to Adebayor, and on that particular occasion, I understand his reaction because he'd been getting pelters the whole game, and they were singing about his mum and different things. So his reaction, I totally get as well. But where do you draw the line? Because if he scores against him again, is he going to be equally as respectful?
I don't know. Tell us your thoughts in the chat. What do you think about players who are respectful after scoring? Is it respectful for them but disrespectful for your current team? It used to really annoy me. It doesn't really annoy me now. What did you think, Paddy?
See, I'm probably out on my own in this. If I scored against a team who sold me, I would be doing cartwheels.
Are you a bit too old for cartwheels now?
No, I can still do cartwheels.
Do you mean you do it?
Yeah.
All right. Live on the show. Go on. Show us a cartwheel.
I'm sorry.
I think we might need some video evidence to show next week, Paddy.
Yeah, I think we do. Good shout that, Anne-Marie. Good shout that. Well, yeah.
But why should no? That's the thing that gets me about fans, right? Our fans included, all fans. When a player goes, they move on to another club. Oh, he's this, he's that, he's whatever. But they don't have any problem when our club or any other club is saying to a player, oh, you're not good enough, we're selling you. Or they're breaking the hearts of a 17 or an 18-year-old and saying you're not going to make it, good luck, you're released. Like, you can't have it both ways.
I sort of get it, and I think a lot of it is the circumstances they leave, because it was quite clear that it was a mutual departure from Kovacic, wasn't it, at Chelsea? So it's not as if he's gone from Chelsea to Accrington Stanley. No disrespect to Accrington Stanley, or he's been abused. It seems like it was like a mutual respect there. And at the end of the day, we've got an absolute cracking player at a bargain fee, where I don't think he's had any shockers. For us, he's an experienced player who's won numerous Champions Leagues. And it's like DC says there, thinks found a backup for Rodri. And just one Mank says, good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. Difficult opening fixture, great result. Performance doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't, but it's great to have a decent performance, 3 points. And we, as Paddy, I think it was Paddy alluded to it earlier, that we've got a very, very difficult away fixture out of the way there. We've come out of it unscathed. So happy days as far as I'm concerned on that one.
If you compare it to last season when we only got a draw there.
Yeah, 4-4, and we threw that away. And it's like BB says there, 2 points up on last season already. So, and I think that I don't think many people would have expected City to go there with that team and put on that performance and get 3 points.
I don't think you can really seriously start critiquing the team in terms of performance and where you can see it going. And you're about 7-8 matches in, and then then if they're in the rhythm or they're not in the rhythm. Definitely the first 5 matches, you take them with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's just. I just think we're in a beautiful, beautiful place of it, if I'm being honest.
Well, this shows you the determination within the team. Like if you're saying Doku and Savinho decided to swap places because it wasn't working out, without the manager's intervention, it just shows no, these are not just football players. They're good football players. These are boys with brains and determination. And they say, look, this is not working out. We'll swap. You have a go at him. See how you get on him, because I'm not having any joy. Like, how many teams do you see doing that?
You don't, and you'd probably get players doing that with a lesser team, but not somebody who's managed by Pep Guardiola. You'd think that they'd do exactly as Pep says. But on a little side note here, MP Alstan, don't know. He keeps going AWOL on us. He's a naughty boy. But we will pass the love on as always. Have you seen that? What's come out the documentary with Vincent Kompany when he's at Burnley? The way he was going absolutely mental.
Yeah, I've seen the clip. It was Mancini-esque.
I don't like that, Marie.
No.
I've seen a different light with Vinny Kompany there. It's okay trying to get your methods over to players, but that came across a bit like bullying for me, and that is a strong word. But
is that the part where he says you don't know me or something?
Can't remember, but it was effing and jeffing all the way through it, and I forget what player it was to now, and he's like, I've not done anything, I've not said anything, and he's like, it's your body language, and it's like, what did he want to do? A Paddy Cartwheel, being happy when he's being lambasted by
you
his
know
man.
what? I don't mind that, Andy. Like, Jesus Christ, we can't be snowflakes. Like, you know what I mean?
No,
I don't think like that, Paddy. It wasn't like that.
It was brutal.
For me, it reminded me more of how Mancini would have been with some of our players. You know, I always think back to the game against QPR when they scored the second goal. And in fairness, you can see it quite clearly. He's shouting at Nasri, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you." And he doesn't just do it once, he does it 3 or 4 times, and he's quite clearly seen on camera doing it. So you can imagine if that hadn't have been the end of the season, what abuse Nasri would have got the next day in training.
It was brutal, mate, honestly. And I was like,
it really was.
I haven't seen it, you see, so I can't judge it.
Put it this way, if that's how he behaves in his training sessions, I don't want him anywhere near as our next manager.
His training sessions?
It was a training session.
Oh, I thought the thing I'm on about is at half time or full time after the match in the dressing room.
No, it was a training session, this. Anyway, that was just like a little side note. BB spot on there. I thought KDB did a great job on Palmer today. You know, he looked knackered near the end, didn't he, KDB?
Yeah.
You see the hugs Pep gave him, he wouldn't let him go.
I thought at that time Pep would have made a change potentially. Doku on the right, Foden in the middle, and put Grealish on the left. But even right near the end today, the work rate of Haaland upped as well, you know, to keep hold of the ball, which it just shows you the mentality what them players have got. Yeah, they're world superstars, but they know they've got to put the hard work in as well.
They tried to do the little corner routine. Haaland there, I think, was the 92nd, but Jack was on the bench, but didn't quite work out.
Yeah, DC says Chelsea didn't play badly, but they are dirty. Absolutely,
Spot on, DC.
It's hard to judge where somebody like Chelsea will finish at the end of the season, but they're going through a manager every season, aren't they?
Yeah, but you've got to. I mean, listen to some of the predictions. Has anyone seen Michael Owen's predictions for top 4?
Yeah, we're fourth.
Fourth behind Villa. What planet is that man on?
I couldn't tell you the last time I actually seen him. That must be 4 or 5 years ago.
He does a lot of the is it CBC and or CBS and stuff like that. You know, he can stay
the American
there.
Stuff.
Yeah, feel sorry for the Americans having to put with Michael Owen, if I'm being brutally honest.
Fucking monotone drone.
Do you see that from Friday night? Cantona walking off set.
No.
He was making his debut in the studio. I think it was for an American channel. So he's there with I forget who the presenter was, and it was with Owen Hargreaves and Cantona. It was really awkward. So in the end, Cantona just stood up, took his mic off like that, like his jacket, put the mic down, and just walked off set.
Did anyone see Match of the Day last night?
No, I was drunk.
Joe Hart made his first appearance.
I'm guessing he was good, because he always comes across really good in media, doesn't
he? It's difficult to say if he was good or not, because I thought Alan Shearer overtook everything.
He always does, doesn't he?
So it kind of left Joe out on a limb a little bit.
He always comes across really well. Alex says Savinho smoked cucumberella. he did, mate, and I'm going to put a little video together later on about that cucurella thing in Haaland. I'm going to put a little compilation together. I'm going to be devious later. MP says, do we still need to sign someone, or are we good? Yeah, I think I still can see what Anne-Marie said last week. I can still see 2 coming in. Because I think what will influence that even more now is the Oscar Bob injury.
What about that 19-year-old at West Ham we were linked with?
I think we've had to pay something like 1.2 million compensation or something. But a 19-year-old, I'm not ageist, but we need, for me, if we're going to be bringing somebody in, it should be somebody with vast experience, who's been there, done it.
I know, but I get what you're saying, and I get obviously the whole thing because I saw the post on the group and I commented on it about Gundogan, and I get what you're saying about bringing in the experience, but it's going against the whole thing of the club and what we've been trying to do in bringing in younger players.
Look at that! Like the links on this show, they're seamless, aren't they?
But or do we need to keep bringing in younger players because we're not looking at just steadying a ship, are we? We're looking at progression for today and the future. But
we can still bring somebody who's going to cost £1.2 million in a 19-year-old, can't we? If needs be, send them out on loan. Like we've got players like James McAtee, who's on the bench and stuff like that. You can only put so many on the bench, but if God forbid if we get a long-term injury and the transfer window shuts, then it'll leave us in a bit of a position where.
That's why I'm saying about the likes of bringing back Gundogan. Is that what we need to do at this point?
Yes. Let us know in the chat. Would you love to see Gundo back? I would go and pick him up in Barcelona, me.
This is Gundo who played in the Euros.
Yeah.
Like who bossed the midfielder he was in. Like it's not that he's.
I'm not disputing his talent, Paddy. I'm not disputing his talent, but I'm just wondering if we bring somebody like him back. What is he? 33.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that not hinder one of our younger players progressing in the team?
Well, for me personally, right? Apparently, we have earned 500 million in the last 3 years from player sales. I think we should go up to Newcastle, get that Bruno guy, and get him in that team. Because if Rodri is injured, you can't be dependent on Matteo for the rest of the season. So spend 100 million, get Bruno in the team.
Why?
Because we need him, Andy. We've no cover for Rodri.
No. I mean, why can't we rely on Kovacic?
I don't think he
won't stay fit for the whole season.
I don't think he'll be at the level required for the whole season.
No, he didn't.
What did he miss last season then?
He missed a few games last season.
Yeah, he did, Andy.
I don't recall. I'm not saying that, but I mean, who's to say we don't bring Bruno in for 100 million and he won't get injured? Listen, bringing players in is a gamble, isn't it? But I honestly don't think Bruno's all that.
Well, who would you like to see? And they strengthen up that midfield.
If there's somebody out there who Pep's got his eye on, but he can't get on this window, you're going to get Gundogan back. Because A, you're not going to be spending bucket loads of money. B, you've got an established Rolls Royce, what's coming in, who knows the players, the surroundings, what the Premier League is about, who can handle the Premier League. So for me, what's the point in going to waste 100 million on somebody like a make do when you can go and get one from Barcelona for a knockdown fee.
But Andy, that's okay for this season. You know, like that Gundogan will work out for this season, but what about next season?
Face that when it comes, mate. Because, listen, managers like Pep, it's like chess. The advanced, it won't be just like 1, 2, 3 games in advance. It'll be he'll already be thinking about next season and stuff like that, even while this is going on. So nobody knows if we've not approached any clubs to buy their players and we've been knocked back. So for me, it's a no-brainer to bring Gundogan back if he wants to come back.
Yeah, but like it's taking on board what Anne-Marie is saying. What is McAtee or Nunes or O'Reilly going to think of that?
I think we'll see O'Reilly go out on loan if we bring another midfielder in. Because
Pep says he's going nowhere.
Well, Pep must think very, very highly of him then, and rightly so, because he works with him week in, week out in training and stuff like that. So you obviously we trust Pep's judgment on stuff like that. I just think if we're going to be bringing somebody in, you want somebody experienced. And if you get an opportunity to bring Gundogan back, you take it with both hands, seriously.
Oh, I take Gundogan back in a heartbeat, but like you have to take him on board with Anne-Marie saying, sorry.
MP says Paddy on the beers. Yeah, he always is. He's drunk. Tim, good evening, pal. Savinho is a thing of beauty already. Welcome to Mansaya. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed with what he done today, Savinho. You all right there, Anne-Marie? You look frozen.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh,
just
okay.
Taking it in.
She wants to listen to us two talk about bringing young boys into the team.
And that's a great point by Timmy there. Bob will be in our title charge. New Year beckons. Great shout, that, to be fair to me. And,
yeah, he'd be like a new signing, won't they?
I'm really devastated for the lad, if I'm honest, though.
Oh, absolutely. And yeah, that was a heartbreak.
Because I think it was a FIFA. I was doing a TikTok live. Oh, by the way, we're on TikTok as well tonight. Hello, everybody on TikTok. FIFA said to me, he said, it looks like Bob's going to be out. He's broke his leg. And I thought, no. And it's true.
From what I can gather, it wasn't even a challenge, was it? It wasn't tackled or anything.
No.
I thought Silva tackled him.
No, I heard the same as Anne-Marie. It was just like an innocent incident.
He twisted and it just went.
Ian says Savinho is better than Doku. I'm not going to pile pressure on. I'm not going to put pressure on Savinho. What I will say is, his first game. His little cameo last weekend, I thought he did very well, and I was very impressed with the first half today before he went off. I thought he was controlled, if you like. But what does Stan say? Different keys for different locks, and we'll see that. So I can't see Savinho playing all season because it's that point anyway. You get new players coming into the league, not just for City, where they start off like a freight train, and then they sort of like start slowing down a little bit because it starts catching up with them. So listen, Pep will dip him in, dip him out, because look at the wingers we've got. We've still got plenty who can play left and right.
But I think we need to come away from that mindset. Like last year, Doku was better than Grealish. Now Savinho's had 45 minutes in the Premiership. Now he's better than Doku. It's a team sport. It's not an individual sport. You'll need Doku. You'll need Savinho. You'll need Grealish. You'll need, as your man says, Oscar Bob coming back for the title challenge, the push. So you just can't single players out and say, "Oh, he's better than him." They all contribute in their own way.
But it's all
You
about.
can't judge a player on 45 minutes either.
No.
Me and my mates was having we was at, cut a long story short, we was at my mate's wife's 50th last night, a house party, and we was just talking about, Ronaldo and Messi and stuff like that. And I actually said, I think if Messi would have come to the Premier League, he wouldn't have been as effective as he would, in La Liga and stuff like that, because it's different styles. So that's why we have to ease off a little bit with, especially South Americans who sort of like come in, and so they can struggle. If you get a good one, I think you're lucky, because it's like Brazilians, for instance. How many Brazilians have we seen in the Premier League, and how many have been top notch? I'd say Fernandinho, Gilberto Silva, who was at Arsenal. We've even seen it with world stars like Casemiro, who's not playing great.
What do you call that little fellow used to play for Middlesbrough?
Juninho.
He was good.
Yeah, and that's why I say you're lucky if you get a good one. DC says, I think it showed real class and character. Haaland also didn't celebrate when we played Dortmund in his first season with us. All Leeds, his birth town. He didn't celebrate against Leeds, his first goal, did he?
I think it's more respect to the fans, isn't it? Not for the club.
Yeah, it is, mate.
And then, as Anne-Marie says, the Arsenal fans were giving it the Adebayor, so when he scored, he give it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Timmy says, Richard Masters is having a difficult evening. For that, we are blessed. Yep. Alex says, TV commentary did my head in. It's getting... Don't get me going on TV commentary, because it absolutely does my head in as well.
Did you hear an Arsenal one yesterday? You hear what they said? And it's over you now, Man City. The pressure's on you.
Did they?
First match. Match.
I watched some of the Ipswich Liverpool match yesterday. It's the early kickoff on it.
Yeah.
And the commentator said, I can't believe Ipswich are not giving Liverpool respect. Why should they give them respect? It's like, it just shows that match as well. I've never seen so many biased bookings as well. Early doors. Ipswich got, I think it was like 3 in the first half and nothing challenges. A lot heavier challenges going in from Liverpool players and nothing. But I
think if you want to listen to commentary that's not biased, you have to listen to the American streams.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're listening to our lot, you have Neville and stuff like that for Sky Sports, and that spitty character who boils my blood. But then if you go in the end, the TNT or whatever they call themselves now, BT Sports, dear Lord Jesus Christ, it actually gets worse.
Dear Lord Jesus Christ. On a Sunday as well. By the way, what Sean C is saying here, Paddy, I'm going to hold my hand up here now. I'm going to go back to the back end of last season. Me and a few others thought it was going to be Bernardo's last season with us, and he was going to go, and you stuck to your guns and said he'll go nowhere. So, fair play to you, sir.
Do you think the judging by the Community Shield and today, do you think that he's a little nasty so-and-so?
Oh,
he
yeah.
Really is.
Yeah.
He's a nasty so, and he looks back to his feisty best this season.
He looks rejuvenated, doesn't he, Anne-Marie?
Yeah.
Where
And
like I said last week, Bernardo looks rejuvenated. Pep does. You're going to have De Bruyne, Haaland. All these are hungry. They're hungry. And that's why we're just going to absolutely annihilate the Premier League, in my opinion.
Well, you know how much I love Bernardo anyway.
You're going off Mahrez now.
I never loved Mahrez.
Is
But
he
I've
not a bit
always
old for you,
loved
Emery?
Bernardo.
You did love Mahrez. We
Not
got
a bit
video
old.
evidence.
But Bernardo, I've always said, when he's been slagged off for allegedly wanting to leave, when he's never, ever said he wanted to leave, and he stayed with us. It's never been in doubt, and he's still here.
Mm-hmm.
And taking a cup of tea out to give Liverpool a guard of honour, pure class.
And he didn't stand in line. He broke the line.
Yeah.
So, but you see him today, seriously, on the game. He was directing players, go here, go there, do that, do this.
Well, he's Pep's little pet, isn't he?
Yeah. Didn't Haaland say that when he wanted an extra day off? He sent him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does look rejuvenated, doesn't he?
So we got him from Monaco, was it?
Yeah, Monaco. He left the rubbish weather there to come to Manchester.
Yeah.
So yeah, fair play to you on that one, young Patrick. Hang on.
Oh God, so we're going to have that for the season.
Don't know. Is that a roll?
Right.
Is that a roll?
Is that for your TikTok gang? It is.
It's not at all. Sean Grealish will still come in useful in a very long. It is a very long season, and he's just come back from injury again, hasn't he? So we didn't need to put him in full throttle today.
He'd be more than useful, Jack Grealish. And I love what Pep says about him at the start of the season, even before the season started, that what he was doing in pre-season, running, tackling, scoring goals. Pep told him, when you're playing a match, that's what I want to see.
Yeah. Sean also says, Paddy is a knob.
My self-awareness is very good.
Just one, Mank. I will do, mate. Funnily enough, I was at my mate's 50th house party in Dane Bank last night, and I left my car there, and I had to walk up for it today. And I passed the red line. I was going to call in to see if he was there, but I thought I'll end up having alcohol in my car. It'd still be there now. But definitely, mate. Definitely. Yeah, DC, RT on Match of the Day. Love to see it. Yeah. He's still one of us, isn't he?
I was just about to say that. Has he gone like your man, Micah Richards? Is it Manchester City or are we?
Joe Hart has always been very, very respectful. To be fair, I thought Pep treated him horribly when Pep first come in, but Joe Hart understands that he probably wouldn't have been able to do what an Ederson does. So he sort of like gets it, and he don't hold any grudges. He said he don't hold grudges and stuff like that. We'll see if he brings a book out.
Well, Joe Hart was a little bit of a naughty boy, Andy.
Why?
Because he was one of the ringleaders in that gang, and he smashed the TV at the training ground in temper because he wasn't getting his own way. And that's why part of the reason why Pep didn't want him.
How do you know that, young Paddy?
Because the man who told me that had connections with the club, and he's dead now, God rest him. He was a serious in the know. Before in the knows were fashionable.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor old devil's dead now. But he had a good bit of inside information on Mr. Hart and his antics inside in that club. And they weren't good.
DC says, I think this is on about Gundo. I'd give up half my life savings to help the club buy him back. I would give up all my life savings, all 12 pence of it, to bring him back. I'd love Gundo back. I really would.
Oh, will we get him on a free, Andy? Like, what way are they just looking to offload him to get rid of his salary?
Yeah, well, I think he's not been guaranteed a starting lineup, and I think they want to shuffle him out. For me, it makes sense. There you go. You can have Cancelo. Bring Gundo home.
Oh no, that's silly.
No.
We can't give Cancelo away. Cancelo is a proven international player, and we need to get 50 million plus for him.
But we're not going to. We'd potentially get it for Saudi, but that's it.
I don't care where he goes.
Do you think Rico Lewis's goal should have stood? I do. I agree.
I couldn't understand why that goal wasn't given.
I can't. Anne-Marie, should it have stood?
It's a difficult one. Being biased, I would say yes, it should have stood. But when you watch the replay back, Haaland did get your man on the shin. He did.
From one angle it looked like it, and the other angle it didn't look like it. And by the way, I've just reminded, has any of you seen? I'll see if I can talk. I'll try and upload it onto
was that the Haaland booking, Ambry? Was it?
Yeah.
I couldn't. Where did he want him to put his leg?
I don't know, and that's why the booking itself was ridiculous. But it is what it is.
Like I don't know. Like players seem to get away with a lot when they're manhandling Haaland. Like even your man, was it?
Well, even today they got a free kick, and it was that Enzo was all over Haaland and pushed him into the goalkeeper. Yeah, and they got the free kick for it.
I'm going to be showing something in a minute. No, not like that. About a VAR incident over the weekend where the referee went over to the VAR screen, and you know the sign where it says VAR?
Yeah.
That's all what was on the screen, and he's there like that, and then he goes, turns round, there was nothing on the screen, and goes.
It was the Everton game.
Was it?
It was the Everton game, and supposedly there was another screen underneath that showed it. Allegedly.
Thank you for Simo Subs become a YouTube member. Thank you very much, my friend. Hope you enjoy things.
It was like the Crystal Palace goal today that was disallowed.
Mm-hmm.
That was shocking.
I don't know. Right, so, right. Go on. I'm going to carry on talking. I'm going to upload this.
Didn't know whether anyone knows there's a book out about. It's called The Pep Revolution, and it's all about Pep's time at City. I just bought it yesterday, so I haven't even started it yet. But it looks like it's going to be a good and long read. Because it covers every season up to the end of the treble season.
Right. Is he interviewed in the book, Emery?
I'm not sure, but it's somebody who knows him. So I'd say it's probably fairly accurate.
Right. So
I'll let you know when I start reading it, Paddy.
Anne-Marie, I'll tell you what surprises me about that. Is it an audio book? Because you told me you can't read.
No, it's not an audio book. It's a hardback book, and I will be taking it on my little trip this next weekend.
Where are you going? Your 30 stop out?
I'm off to Seville next Saturday.
You're always away, you?
Oh, you're a fine one to talk, Mr. Benners.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to play this video now. Tell me what you think about this.
Look at the VAR screen. It's not showing anything.
There's no screen on that, Emery.
No, I'm only going off what they said. I think it was on Match of the Day last night.
That itself shows pure corruption. See, so no, like
is there a chance, Andy, there was a screen somewhere that we're not seeing? Because that would be highly unlikely. They must know if you just put up VAR on the screen and he comes up and he does all this and points the spot or whatever. At least 25 or 20,000 people are going to be in the opposite side of that pitch looking at what he's looking at. It can't be that corrupt. It can't. Geez, I refuse it.
Paddy, what have you just seen there?
I've seen the VAR screen. Been nothing on it.
I'm staggered. I was staggered when I watched it, and I meant to upload it early. And
there's nothing above it, Andy. No, there's nothing. I was looking. There's definitely nothing above that screen. There's nothing under it. I may know that.
He was actually looking like that as well, mate. And there was nothing there.
And there's your man's talking to him in the earpiece.
But why does he go like that? And why don't you just go? That is what we're really, really up against. Not just City. Did you say that was the Everton game, Anne-Marie?
Yeah.
And what did your man Sean Day say about that?
Don't know. I just came across that clip today on when I was browsing social media. I didn't watch Match of the Day. To be honest, I only watch Match of the Day when City are on.
Yeah, well, Match of the Day is on too late for me. I'd be asleep. So,
but yeah, listen. Interpret it however you want. I've watched that about 10 times, and I've looked for other screens, and I've not. And I just listen. I'm not even surprised anyway.
I do think.
Top online 8 said, I wouldn't take him back if Cancelo goes to Barca. We need to do something with Cancelo, though, don't we?
Yeah, we can't just keep passing him round, can we?
No, Ben says, massive start for the Blues. Absolutely, mate. I won't read that one out, but I agree with you. Cover played class today, Stevie says. Good evening, Steve. Hope you're well, pal. And you know, something, a few have said this in the chat. Mark says, Gundo back in a coaching role. He would have a great opportunity there, wouldn't he?
Well, he's done his badges, hasn't he? He's really taken control of the youth team.
Yep. Rico had a great match. It was just incredible. So,
what are they going to do with Cancelo, Andy?
Good evening, Martin. Member for 13 months. Wow, you must be bonkers. Mine also says, good evening, all hope all had an amazing summer and lovely break. Great win. Yeah, had a brilliant break. Did you, Anne-Marie and Paddy?
Yeah, glad to be back now, though.
Yeah, normality's back, thank God.
Guess who's back again. See, so it's not just Pep and the players who are refreshed. It's us as well.
Absolutely.
And from next week, I am going to start doing giveaways. So, and if anybody like I said it last week, anybody in the chat wants to actually come on the show, you are more than welcome. Just contact me, let me know, and we will get you on in real time, if that makes sense.
Any sign of rise? Any sign of the pay rise from me and Anne-Marie?
Actually, you look him still paying you. What you're on now, is it 6p an hour?
Didn't know it was as much as that.
And I'm overpaying as well.
That's before tax.
Ian says Doku's final ball is consistently rubbish. Do you know something? I have to agree. I do have to agree. No, I have to agree. But new season, first game of the season. So let's be optimistic, eh?
Well, let's be positive, not optimistic, positive.
It's Corey says, I think Birmingham City will be in the Prem in 5 years. Listen, anything is possible. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's Corey is obviously a Birmingham fan and smoking something that we all should be smoking.
Why? Why don't you think Birmingham can get in the Prem in 5 years?
Well, if you
Because
put a
they're not good
Birmingham
enough.
accent on, I'm saying Birmingham.
Out of curiosity, mate, why don't you think Birmingham can get in the Prem?
Because they're not good enough. Any club that takes Rooney as a manager, deluded.
Rooney's at Plymouth.
I know, but where was he?
I know where he was, but
Exactly. So no, I don't think Birmingham have got a hope in hell of being in the Premiership in 5 years.
sorry, it's Corey. Sorry, it's Corey. Jesus Christ!
I'm giving you an honest opinion.
Jesus, say how you really feel.
That's brutal.
Yeah, but it's honest opinion. What would you rather me say?
Nicely.
You know what? It's Corey. You're probably right. Birmingham will be back in the Premiership in the next 5 years, and then you'll get relegated straight back down again.
Oh, God, she's very bad tonight.
It's Corey.
You took your medication before you come on.
It's Corey. It's I was going to say she's not normally like this, but she is. Martin said I'd expect 4 or 5 changes for the Ipswich. We still have players that haven't played any minutes at all yet. Yeah, I agree. And it's you don't overload the players there. You know, so like start the season when they're coming back off pre-season. Like I'd probably expect De Bruyne to sit it out and potentially sort of like Phil will come in. Phil Foden.
Phillips has gone.
He's gone to Ipswich. Ipswich. And he was on the bench.
Can't play against us, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, but Liam Delap can.
With no worries there, we're all right with him playing.
Paddy, what's up with her tonight? Jesus Christ. When do you go to Seville?
Saturday morning.
Does that mean you're not going to be on the show next week?
No, I'm not going to be on the show next week.
You didn't ask for time off.
I thought I was getting holiday pay, Paddy.
I think you're in for a shot. There's more chance of Birmingham being in the Premiership in 5 years.
Anne-Marie, I'll let you read and answer this one, Anne-Marie.
It's Corey. Birmingham City are a big club, mark my words.
Answer it then.
Yeah. Are you wearing binoculars?
Is Corey going to be reporting us to HR in a minute?
I think Anne-Marie needs a holiday.
Well, I'm going to have one, aren't I, next week? Come on.
It's Corey. If you want me to suspend her or sack her for gross misconduct, that can go in the bloopers show. That one. That I will do.
It's Corey. You're a big club because you're in a big city.
Corey, don't give up.
Bear in mind, you've got Villa, you've got Wolves, you've got West Brom. All, I would say, are bigger than yourselves. But that's just my opinion. And I wish you well for the season.
And if you think she means that, Corey, you are smoking drugs.
Anne-Marie?
Yes.
Without laughing or smiling?
Yes.
You mean that?
I mean it.
Without laughing or smiling, I said.
And I didn't laugh or smile. I mean it.
Is it win then, what you've got, love?
I hope, for it's Corey's sake, that Birmingham have a great season. I also hope Plymouth get relegated. because of Fat Boy Rooney.
Hang on a minute. You've got something against Rooney here. Do you want to tell us something? Have you come across
Do you mean apart from the fact that he's a granny shagger? No, got nothing against him.
What has this show become? Has he upset you in some way, Anne-Marie?
Rooney? Yeah, I think he's a disgraceful human being.
Has he turned you down?
Andy, now, come on. That's taking it a step too far.
I'm joking. Look at Paddy. You all right there, Patrick?
I think you get very tired or something, Andy, after 8 o'clock, or you go to these stupid places after 8 o'clock. Once we're on about an hour, you just go to these stupid places.
Martin says Barcelona wants him back. I think he said about Cancelo there. Tell you what, Barcelona must be smoking some of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See?
But you see, the ones them back who get them for free.
Stevie says, get about 10 mil for Cancelo, worth more in loan fees. And that's it. We're not even, well, depends who you listen to, we're not even getting loan fees, are we?
Andy, I'm just going to change your comment on there for a second. You'll see why when I put it up.
Sorry?
Getting worse. Getting worse.
Anne-Marie's laughing.
Oh dear. Blue Heart. No, it wasn't my gran. Oh, for God's sake.
Jesus. What has this show become tonight?
Like this is a Man City show. Why are we talking about shagging grannies?
Do you want to know who I blame? I blame it's Corey for upsetting Anne-Marie.
It is, yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. MP says City wouldn't give Gundo the extra year. They won't bring him back. No, they what? For me, it seems like a lot of miscommunication there between Pep and Gundo.
That's not true. He did offer him the 2 year.
He wanted 2 years, didn't he?
But it was late in the day, he was saying, when it was too late in the day when he'd already verbally agreed the Barca move.
Yeah.
Blue Heart says, I think it should have stood personally. I don't think Haaland's contact was deliberate. I agree. The Chelsea side, yeah, I thought it was a good goal, to be fair. How much is the book, Anne-Marie? And what's it called?
The book is called The Pep Revolution. It's, to buy it from Waterstones, it's $17.99, but you can get it on Amazon and you can probably get it on the Kindle and on audio. So I'm not sure how much it is on there, but it looks like it's going to be, and it's all about his time at City. Mm-hmm. All the chapters relate to the seasons up to and after, and including the treble-winning season. So I just think it would be a good read.
How much do you think it'll be in China?
Well, you'll probably get it for nothing in China.
Why?
That's what we'll be going, so.
Gordon says, yes or no question for you guys. I think, yes, 5 in a row. 100% we are going to win the league.
Yep, absolutely, Gordon.
Well, I agree with Andy in that regard. I think it'll be easier to do 5 in a row than it was to do 4.
I do, honestly. Mike says, if we win the Prem for the 5th year, then we will have won it. Oh, yeah, no. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
That would just be proper piss boiling, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, hopefully, though, by the new year, we'll know the results of this 115 charges, won't we?
Not the new year in 2 years' time, I'd say.
DC says, Queen Anne-Marie does not mince words. Blue Heart says, wow, Anne-Marie, stick the boots in.
If I was a bit harsh, I apologise, but I was just merely giving my opinion.
A bit? You just crushed his heart. You ripped it out and stamped all over it.
Yeah, but, the truth hurts sometimes, Paddy.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, anybody who would like any brilliant mugs? No, we do
Can't recommend them highly enough.
All quality. And anybody on this show
that you live in the UK, because Tommy
Yes.
Robson won't post the Ireland.
Anybody on the show tonight who buys a mug in the UK, put a little note that you watch the show, and I'll send you a free drinks mat with it. How about that? And if you want free personalisation, I'll even do that for you.
Yeah, I highly recommend Andy. He's very good at what he does, and what you get is well worth it.
What are you after?
I'm not after anything, but he
up to
did
the
me a
box.
great big favour the other week, and it was brilliant. So credit where credit's due.
Thank you, Anne-Marie.
I hope you're still talking about mugs.
I'm talking about coasters, actually.
He coasted in and out, did he?
You don't.
What? I think we're going to leave it. I think we're going to leave it there. It's just pure filth, this show.
It's Paddy. Paddy's starting.
My little ear. Well, not little. My ears. Jesus wept. Right. Thank you as always, guys. We will skedaddle. As always, thank you to everybody in the chat. I love everyone in the chat. You know, I love all the contribution. We've got some brilliant people. Not some. We've got all brilliant people in the chat, haven't we?
We really do.
Even Corey in it, Anne-Marie, even he's ace.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Big Morg. That's harsh.
on that note, have a great week, Everett. Hang on.
Blue Heart, I don't be wanting one, thanks. I won't drink out of it. My nephew got his A-level results this week, and he's done better than any of us expected, and he's been accepted to Liverpool University. And I've told him, I've told him it will be difficult for me to come and visit him.
Hello, Anne-Marie. I just
On that note, listen, as always, thanks guys in the comments. It's always great to see you. Anne-Marie, you need a week's break now.
And I'm going to get a week's break, thankfully.
Jesus Christ. So
I'll be thinking of you all next Sunday.
If anybody's in Sevilla, time to fly over here for a week or something like that.
And you're from Birmingham, stay away
Birmingham. Hey, I'm from Birmingham. So, are you getting there? Are you going through Plymouth by any chance?
No, flying from Manchester. Flying from Manchester on Saturday morning.
Just asking. Anyway, thank you very much. Enjoy it, Anne-Marie.
I will do.
Very much deserved. Paddy, as always, it's always a pleasure, never a chore.
I'll miss you, folks. And maybe one of you would like to stand in instead of me, because to keep these two in check.
Yeah, somebody who's not nasty like Anne-Marie, though.
It's Corey to come and join you.
If it's Corey wants to come on the show, I'm sure he'll talk more sense than me. I meant.
Yeah.
Listen, bye all. We'll do it all again next week.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye now.